How hurt were you, and what was your mindset going into the last two?
I wasn't hurt. I looked at my team, my coach, I said, nothing. Let's go hard. The next 2 rounds, I'm going to punish this kid. And I won the next 2 rounds. No problem. That's the kind of fighter I'm a warrior. But listen, all respect to him. He's a great champion. He beat the great Lomachenko. But I'm the better fighter, and I told you I'll be better every step of the way.
Is this, in your mind, the biggest win in Australian boxing history?
Look at me. I'm the greatest fighter in Australian history, and that's no disrespect. I got all the belts. Hey, listen.
Fighter in history.
Listen, you're a true champ. Forget the rest.
Yo. You got, hell of a fighter, but I won tonight, man. Everybody know that. The referee raised my hand. I won tonight. I don't care what anybody says, yo. I won tonight. At the end of the day, I've been here. I've done that. I want to thank God. I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. Look, I ain't no sore loser. I take my wins like I take my losses. At the end of the day, man, I'm a true champion. I came out here. I did what I had to do, and I went out there and I did my best. Yo, I don't care what anybody says, man. I am as real as they come. And watch, this is the takeover, man. We don't stop. We keep coming. Yo, at the end of the day, man, I love you all. I won this fight.
Teofimo, you believed coming in that you were going to be able to end this fight early. You get knocked down in the first round. What was your mindset going back to the corner?
It's good. Good shot. All right. Time to wake up. Time to do the thing what I got to do. After that, man, it is what it is. It's boxing. But you know what, man? I know what it is. I know how these people work. Referee knew I won tonight. Everybody knew I won tonight. And I'm just thankful.
Did you believe this was a close fight?
Can you believe this bullshit? Can you believe it?
No, I don't. I don't believe it was a close fight at all. I believe that at the end of it all, I scored 11-2. Well, 10-2.
You believed you won 10 of the 12 rounds?
Yes, I did.
George, listen, you got to move up, bro, because you're a bit delusional, brother, all right? Listen, I got the belts. I won the fight. I won it clean and clear. Look at your face. But you know what? I give you respect. I came here. I gave you the respect in the ring, and I won the fight. I got the belts. Take it like a champ. Move on. We do it again in Australia. 80,000 people, me and you, brother. What a war we'll have in Australia. Let's do it again.
Teofimo, does doing it again in Australia appeal to you?
Right now, I'm gonna go back to the drawing board. I'm gonna spend time with my son. I haven't spent time with my boy in a long time. I mean, he was just born 11 days ago, and that's really what matters to me. Family, man. Hey, to everybody, I apologize in advance, man. To all those, I wanted to be the inspiration for all of them, for the new generation, and I still am, man. Everything happens for its reasons. I believe in God, man. I have faith in Him. I ain't scared about this, and I ain't sad about this.
Teofimo, you have nothing to apologize for. That was a tremendous fight, one way or the other. But do you feel this should be your last fight at 135?
I've been feeling this for 2 years now, man. They've been draining me the whole time, man. It is what it is. Like I stood here when I should have just dropped the belts like everybody else did when they won all the belts, man. But no excuses, man. I don't want everybody to boo and shit like that, man. I come clean with this shit. At the end of the day, I love you all. Thank you to all my sponsors. Thank you to my endorsements. I appreciate you all. And this ain't the end of Teofimo Lopez. This is just the beginning.
Absolutely not. George, if Teofimo's not available, what do you want to do next?
Listen, mutual respect with me and Devin Haney. I wish him all the best next week. See how I feel. I'll probably be there. But, I'm just focused to go enjoy, my 3 kids. And I want to grieve my grandfather because I didn't have the chance to grieve my grandfather. He passed away 2 months ago. I didn't have the chance. And listen, I want him to enjoy his son. That's the most important thing. Forget all this. Forget this. Our kids are the most important thing, okay?
Well, congratulations on the win. And congratulations to both of you on a tremendous fight. Todd?
Well, Sergio, you heard Kambosos say to Lopez, you're delusional. I think the telling moment was when Teofimo Lopez said, listen, everyone knows I won this fight. 90% of the people here were cheering for Lopez coming in. They all booed him after he said that.
Losing is a tough pill to swallow, and losing is the worst, especially when you're the unified champion. But when Teofimo Lopez sees this fight and sees his face in the mirror, he's going to know that he was the beaten man tonight in a fantastic, incredible fight of the year type.
And kudos to the judges here in New York City. We always bury them when they don't do great, but tonight they did well.
They did the job as well as you can do. I had no problem with someone edging this fight for Teofimo Lopez. There was no lopsided scorecards, and there should not have been. This was a razor-thin fight that was won by the fighter that dug deepest the late. The last 2 rounds, George Kambosos went for it, and he's reaping the rewards of it.
Let's look at our CompuBox numbers from an outstanding battle between George Kambosos Jr. and Teofimo Lopez. It's been such a great year for the sport. This is just another chapter we're going to add to it. 115 landed punches for Lopez compared to 155 power punches for the Australian, both at about a 40% clip. When you add in the jabs as well, still Kambosos with the edge, 182 to 176.
Absolutely. Kambosos threw more, landed more at a higher percentage, and that's what we saw here, and that's what Teofimo will see after.
Hey, there is merit to the discussion about Lopez moving up. We all saw during the week how difficult it was for him to make 135 pounds. This is a 24-year-old who has been a 4-belt champion, the youngest 4-belt champion in boxing history. The future at 140 and maybe 147 is very bright. He will be a world champion again.
Everybody seems to want Kambosos. I saw Ryan Garcia saying, I'll fight him. I'm sure Devin Haney wants him. They all think this guy is easy picking, but just ask Teofimo Lopez what this Spartan can do in the ring.
The second biggest smile tonight came from Devin Haney, because with Teofimo Lopez likely moving up, George Kambosos interested in a big fight. Haney versus Kambosos, if Devin Haney can get through Jojo Diaz, is a mortal lock for the first quarter of 2022.
And where can you see that fight next week, Chris?
I believe right here in the zone.
Absolutely. We're headed to Las Vegas next, but let's reap in this battle that we just witnessed. Australia, stand up. There is the new unified champion of the world. Say it with me, George Kambosos Jr. Incredible stuff here at the Mecca of sports and entertainment.
Okay. So, I'm watching this live. I've just finished watching the fight. You heard part of Kambosos' post-fight interview, and then along comes Lopez, interrupts, takes over, makes the statement that he feels he won the fight easily. 10-2, he said. He must have been hit too hard to come up with that score. One of these very limited commentators. I'm not impressed with this American DAZN team as a commentary team. I quite like Chris Algieri, but that's about it. He says, well, it was a close fight, and I don't begrudge someone giving a wafer-thin, decision to Lopez. I would. I had it 115, 111. In favour of George Kambosos. An amazing performance. Gutsy. I don't know. Use whatever adjectives you want, okay? Because this was an incredible performance by a guy who had he'd never come close to showing us anything that he showed tonight. My prediction was for Lopez to win in 5 rounds or less. I did make the little caveat on the video I did previously that Lopez would have to be not weight drained, or at least reasonably strong at the weight. I think if Kambosos was a harder hitter, he would have stopped Lopez. In the first round, he did get Lopez on the floor. Lopez flew out like he was on a mission. Well, he was on a mission, wasn't he? But he was straight out there, looking to land knockout punches from the word go. Left himself wide open, got knocked over by an overhand right, put on his arse. That was at the end of the first round. I then gave Lopez the second and third rounds to make him 2-1 up. And then after that, I gave Kambosos everything up to the 9th? Yeah, the 9th. Which put him well ahead, including the 10-8 knockdown in the first round. I then gave the next 2 rounds to Lopez. One of those was a 10-8 because he floored Kambosos. He landed. Whenever a fighter gets tired and they tend to sort of try and sway out of punches, lean down too much with their hands down. And so it proved with Kambosos. Lopez landed an overhand right. right on the corner of the jaw, and then followed it up with a clipping second right hand, which put Kambosos down. Kambosos weathered the storm in that round. Was that the 10th round or the 9th round? Jesus, this has been so hectic, I can't even remember. But so it proved. He got up and won, and then Kambosos won, I thought, the last 2 rounds. It was 115, 111 on my card. 114, 113 for Lopez is wide of the mark. I'm not buying into any of this bullshit about, well, it was a close fight. No. Kambosos won, okay? The fact there was a split decision is, I think, extremely misleading of how this fight went. Kambosos dominated. Kambosos showed tremendous heart. So did Lopez up to a point. Lopez was, badly cut. I mean, it's a huge swelling on his left eye. Bad cut. Bleeding from the mouth, bleeding from the nose. I know whether his nose is broken. Kambosos had his own war wounds, cut eye, lots of abrasions. Both of them looked like they'd been in a war. Do you know why? Because they had been in a war. And one of the great performances by an Australian boxer. I'm struggling to think of one that's equal, certainly in my lifetime. Lionel Rose was a great fighter. Jeff Fennick was brilliant, of course. But individual achievements, individual win. Even Horn beating Pacquiao in Australia. I mean, that was a good win. But this outstrips everything. No one saw this coming. I certainly didn't. Did you watch the fight? Like I say, I've just finished it. What I'm telling you is just my first impressions. Maybe I'll do another video. I don't know. Kind of speaks for itself, doesn't it? I might watch the fight again, but great fight. And what a shame that Lopez took such a load of crap at the end there, winning 10-2 in rounds. I mean, you must be higher than Queen Kong's twat if you believe you won 10-2, mate. And as for that father of Lopez, he needs to shut the fuck up and all. Because he's... If you give him an enema, you could bury him in a matchbox. Lopez Sr. Jesus Christ, the amount of crap he talked. Anyway. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts. And, yeah, what a brilliant fight. I love it when these boxing all-nighters come good. You know what I mean? When you stay up all night and you're sort of spaced out because you haven't had any sleep or whatever. You go past the point of tiredness and you're like, well, I'm still awake. Wow, and then everything, it's like almost like you're tripping, Not that I know about such things, of course, but you know what I mean. All right, give us your thoughts below. Great fight, wasn't it? Much love to all of you, and we'll speak again soon. Bye-bye.